Hello everyone, I welcome you all to first sem engineering. Myself Shahnaz Surangi. I am from mathematics department. In this lecture we are going to discuss what is the syllabus of first sem engineering mathematics and some basics. In your syllabus you have 5 modulo. In that first modulo is differential calculus 1. In this modulo we will study about review of elementary differential calculus, polar curves, in that angle between radius vector and the tangent, and angle between two curves and pedal equations. And second one is curvature and radius of curvature, in that Cartesian and polar forms, center and circle of curvature, and these are all without proof. You need only formulas here, and applications to evolute and involutes. Second modulo is differential calculus 2. In that Taylor series and Maclaurin series expansion for one variable. Here you want only statements. Indeterminate forms, L'Hospital rule. Next is partial differentiation. Here you will study total different derivatives of composite functions, maxima and minima for functions of two variables, method of Lagrange multipliers with one subsidiary condition, applications of maxima and minima with illustrative examples, and Jacobians with simple problems. This is about second modulo. Third modulo is integral calculus. Review of elementary integral calculus, multiple integrals, in that evaluation of double and triple integrals, evaluation of double integrals, change of order of integrals and change into polar coordinates, and applications to find area, volumes and center of gravity. Second one is beta and gamma functions. In that definitions, relation between beta and gamma functions, and simple examples here, means simple problems. This is about third modulo. Fourth one is ordinary differential equations. In short we called as ODEs of first order. In this modulo you study about exact, reducible to exact differential equations, Bernoulli's equations, application of ODEs, orthogonal trajectories, Newton's law of cooling and LR circuits. Next is non-linear differential equations. In that introduction to general and singular solutions solvable for P only, and Clairaut's and reducible to Clairaut's equations only. Fifth module is linear algebra. Here you have a rank of a matrix, echelon form. In rank of a matrix you have a echelon form, solution of system of linear equations and their consistency, Gauss elimination method, Gauss-Jordan method, and approximate solution by Gauss-Seidel method. Also eigenvalues and eigenvectors by Rayleigh's power method, and diagonalization of a square matrix of order 2. These are the topics involved in the fifth modulo, that is linear algebra. And today I will start this modulo, that is fifth modulo, linear algebra. Modulo 5, linear algebra. This modulo is very simple if you know the basics of matrix theory. If you know the basics of matrix theory, means types of matrix theory, operations of matrix, means operations of matrices, you can easily understand this modulo. Before going to our main topic in linear algebra, that is rank of a matrix, let us recall some basics of matrices. First, let us see what is the matrix. What is the definition of matrix? A set of m into n elements written in an array of m rows and n columns embedded in brackets, either in closed bracket or open bracket, is called a matrix of order m cross n, which we called as m by n. Means matrix is a set of m cross n elements in which we have m rows, n columns, which are written in two types of bracket, that is closed bracket or open bracket. Here we have general matrix here, general form of matrix. This is a general form of matrix. A is equal to Aij m cross n. We know that here m indicates number of rows, n indicates number of columns, and here I indicates row and j indicates column here. A11, A12, A13, so on to A1n. Means A11 means here I is 1, j is 1, first row, first column. Here A12 means I is 1, j is 2, means first row, second column, and I13 is first row, third column, and so on to first row, nth column. Like that we have to define the elements in this matrix. This is m cross n elements. We have m cross n elements in this matrix. You already studied matrix theory in second PUC only. You already know everything about matrices. I am just recalling some points of matrices. Next is types of matrices. First one is a square matrix. A matrix which has a number of rows is equal to the number of columns is called a square matrix. Here number of rows is equal to number of columns. I already said that m indicates number of rows and n indicates number of columns. Square matrix means here m is equal to n means number of rows is equal to number of columns. See, this is a square matrix. Here we have 2 rows, 2 columns, means number of rows is equal to number of columns. Similarly here also 3 cross 3 or 3 by 3 matrix means number of rows is equal to number of columns. These matrices are called square matrices. Second one is row matrix. When we say that the matrix is a row matrix, the matrix of order 1 cross n is called a row matrix. 1 cross n means we have number of rows is equal to 1 and number of columns is equal to n. Means 1 row and n columns. See the example, z is equal to a11, a12, a13 and x is equal to 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These two matrices are called row matrices. Means we must have only one row here. No restrictions for columns, but we just have only one row for the row matrix. Next is column matrix. The matrix of order n cross 1 is called a column matrix. Means n rows and only one column. Here we have restrictions for column. Here we must have only one column and n rows. P is equal to 2, 3. See here we have only one column. Here also we have only one column. This is also column matrix and this is also column matrix. Note, if a matrix, in a matrix A is equal to A11, A12, so on to A1n, A21, A22, so on to A2n, and so on to AN1, AN2, so on to ANn. ANn means here n columns, n rows. Number of rows is equal to number of columns, means it is a square matrix. The elements A11, A12, A so on to ANn means these elements. These elements constitute a principal diagonal of a square matrix A. Means the A11, A22, so on to ANn elements constitute the principal diagonal of the matrix A. Means this is what the principal diagonal of this matrix A. Next is trace of a matrix. A sum of all principal diagonal elements is called trace of matrix. What is trace of matrix? It is the sum of all principal diagonal elements. Next is upper triangular matrix. When we say the matrix is upper triangular matrix, a square matrix having all the elements below the principal diagonals are 0 is called an upper triangular matrix. Means a matrix in which all the elements below the principal diagonal elements are 0. See this example. This is square matrix of order 4 cross 4. Upper triangular matrix should be, it is a square matrix in which the lower, means below the principal diagonal elements are all are 0. This is a upper triangular matrix. See, this is a diagonal and below the principal diagonal elements are 0. This matrix is called upper triangular matrix. Similarly, this is also upper triangular matrix. Here also 1, 4, 8 are the principal diagonal elements, and these are the elements below the principal diagonal, and these are 0, and this is called upper triangular matrix. Next, lower triangular matrix. A square matrix having all the elements above the principal diagonal 0 is called a lower triangular matrix. See here, in this matrix 3, 5, 8 are the principal diagonal elements, and see, above the principal diagonal elements all elements are 0. This is called a lower triangular matrix. A matrix in which elements which are above the principal diagonal elements are 0, then that matrix is called lower triangular matrix. Next is diagonal matrix. A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if every element other than the principal diagonal elements are 0. When we say the matrix is diagonal matrix, only when except the diagonal elements other elements are 0. See here, this is a matrix P which is equal to 4, 0, 0, 5 and 4, 5 are the principal diagonal elements, and other than the principal diagonal elements all elements are 0. Similarly here also, other than the principal diagonal elements all elements are 0. These two matrices are called diagonal matrices. And diagonal matrix should be, it is a square matrix. Diagonal matrix is a square matrix only, and here all elements are 0 except the diagonal element. Next is scalar matrix. If every element of a diagonal matrix is the same, then it is called the scalar matrix. We know that diagonal matrix is what? In a matrix in which other than the principal diagonal elements are 0. But scalar matrix means Scalar matrix is also diagonal matrix. Condition is the diagonal elements are same. See here, the matrix A is equal to 2 0 0 2. See, both the elements are same. Here also it is diagonal elements are 9 9 9. Other elements are 0. Means a scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix in which diagonal elements are same. Next, unit matrix or identity matrix. A scalar matrix in which each element is equal to unity, then that is 1, is called unit matrix or identity matrix. See here, unit matrix or identity matrix is a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix means the matrix in which other than the principal diagonal elements are 0 and principal elements are all equal here. Same here. But in unit matrix or identity matrix, the condition is it should be scalar matrix and all the principal diagonal elements are equal to unity. Equal to unity means it is 1 only. Example is, see this matrix 1 0 0 1 and this is a 2 cross 2 matrix, 3 cross 3 matrix. Here also the elements other than the principal diagonal are 0 and all the principal diagonals are equal to unity. These two matrices are called identity or unit matrices. Next is null matrix. What is mean by null matrix? A matrix having all its elements equal to 0 is called a null matrix. Means a matrix in which all the elements are 0. See this matrix, here all elements are 0, here also all elements are 0. This is null matrix and this is also null matrix. Next is transpose of matrix. What is mean by transpose of matrix? The matrix obtained by interchanging their rows and columns is called as the transpose of the given matrix. Usually it is denoted by A dash, where A is called a given matrix. This is also denoted as A transpose, but we mostly use it as A dash only. What is meant by transpose of a matrix? A matrix which is obtained by interchanging their rows and columns. See the example here. If A is equal to 1, 2, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have to interchange the rows and columns. Just you have to change here rows to column. See here I am changing first row to first column. First row element is 1, 2, minus 1. I am changing this first row to first column. It will be 1, 2, minus 1. Second row to second column. Here it is 2, 3, 4. Here also second column is 2, 3, 4. Then this is called transpose of this given matrix. Transpose of the matrix is what? The matrix which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns. See here I am changing first row to first column, second row to second column. We get the transpose of this matrix. Okay. Now remember this one, A dash whole dash is equal to A. Means A transpose of transpose is equal to A. When we transpose the A transpose, we get the original matrix, that is A. You have to remember this one. Next is a symmetric matrix. A square matrix A is said to be symmetric if A is equal to A dash. We know that A dash means it is a transpose of matrix, and we already know how to find this A dash. See your example. If A is equal to the matrix 1 4 3 4 5 0 3 0 7, then its A dash is what? A dash is equal to change first row to first column or first column to first row, whatever it may be. Here also you can change first column to first row or first row to first column. You get the same answer. For me it is convenient that change first row to first column. Here also I am changing first row to first column, second row to second column, third row to third column. See here, both these two matrices are same. 1 4 3, here 1 4 3, 4 5 0, 4 5 0. Third row is 0 3 0 7, here also 3 0 7. Here A is equal to A dash, means this matrix is called symmetric matrix. Means when we interchange rows and columns, we get the same matrix, means the original matrix, that is A is equal to A dash. Then the A is called, then this matrix is called symmetric matrix. Next is skew symmetric matrix. A square matrix A is said to be a skew symmetric matrix if A is equal to minus A dash. Skew symmetric means it is A is equal to A dash. Skew symmetric means it is A is equal to minus A dash. See the example. If A is equal to 0 2 minus 1 minus 2 0 4 1 minus 4 0, then A dash is equal to what? First row to first column it will be 0 2 minus 1, and second row to second column it will be minus 2 0 4, 1 minus 4 0 2, 1 minus 4 0. See here, from this matrix take negative sign outside, common, it will be what? A dash is equal to minus of 0 2 minus 1 minus 2 0 minus 4 1 minus 4 0. Observe these two matrices, both the matrices are same, means A is equal to minus A dash. Then this matrix is called skew symmetric matrix. These are some types of matrices. You all must note down the syllabus, which is very useful to you, and go through these basics definitions. And in next class we will see some more basic points.